you go. When you get up in front of an audience for the first time, you see all those eyes staring at you. It kind of freak you out. And I remember I had that experience on stage very briefly when I was at Toastmasters. And I thought, I really need to get a teacher. So I asked around some friends I had. One friend said, you know, Tim, I've got this career mentor. It's been helping my career. Maybe he could help you. I said, okay, we'll try him out. So we met at Starbucks. Went to Starbucks. The guy is there. I'll call him Mr. Mentor. He's kind of a tall guy. I said, well, Tim, how can I help you out? He says, well, Mr. Mentor, I get a little nervous when I'm up in front of people. I said, yeah, Tim, that can be a problem. How did it first start? And you might be surprised I never thought about that before. I started really looking back in the past and figuring out, why did I become nervous? And all of a sudden there flashed in front of my eyes a time when I was a kid, standing in front of the class, giving a book report about a book I never read. And as I stood up in front of the class, just trying to make things up about this book, things I thought might have been in the book, which I didn't read, it was very tense. And thinking about it, as you know, sometimes you start to relive things, and I started to freak out right in front of the guy there. I said, well, there was this time a while back when I was a kid and I gave this book report about a book I never read, and it really freaked me out. Mr. Mentor, yeah, Tim, that can be a big problem. And tell you, it's going to take years to get over that type of trauma. But I'll tell you what, every time you get in front of people and speak, as the years go by, just remember, the audience really wants you to succeed. You remember that? Okay, Mr. Mentor, I'll try. So the next time I got up in front of an audience, and I saw all those eyes staring back at me, something of mine flashed back to the time when I got in front of the class to give a book report about a book I never read. And as this trauma washed over me, and I looked out at the audience, and as I was shaking and shivering on stage, I suddenly thought, I know the audience really wants me to succeed, but tonight they're going to be very disappointed. Because I'm going down. I'm going down in flames. And I did. And it was horrible. And as I dragged myself off the stage, I suddenly thought, I don't want to go through years of doing this over and over again, thinking the audience wants me to succeed. There's got to be a better way. So I broke off with Mr. Mentor, asked around again. Asked some friends, well, Tim, you know, I had this guy, he was a speaking coach. Maybe he'd help you. I said, okay, I'll try him out. So met at a different Starbucks. Met the guy, I'll call him Mr. Coach, he's a little bit shorter. I said, Tim, how can I help you out? I said, well, Mr. Coach, I get very nervous in front of an audience. I said, yeah, Tim, that's pretty common. Tell you what you need to do. When you get up on stage, look the audience right in the eye as you're giving your speech. You do that? Okay, Mr. Coach, I'll try that. So the next time I got up on stage, I looked the audience right in the eye as I was giving my speech. And after the speech was over, I felt fantastic. And I went back and said, Mr. Coach, it's amazing. How'd you do that? I mean, I talked to Mr. Mentor, he wasn't really helping me. He said, well, Tim, it's because he's a mentor. See, mentor's about long-term problems. Coaching is a short-term problem. The speaking is a short-term problem. And he explained a little bit more about this. You see, if you've got a problem that's a long-term problem, like a career, like college, these things take a long time to get over. You need a mentor to help you all the way along. And sometimes you even need to go in the past, do a deep dive, figure out all that stuff. But if you got a short-term problem, like I got a speech coming up, tomorrow, or next week, or next month, you need short-term answers right then that's going to get you better. You need something short-term. A coach. So from that on, it became easier. I just knew when I wanted a long-term problem, I looked for a mentor. Somebody said mentor in the title. Short-term problem, I needed a coach. By going to the right teacher, I got the right training I needed, became a better speaker, more confident on stage, and quickly made the improvements I needed to make myself into a better speaker. And you can do the same sort of thing. All you got to do is ask yourself, okay, is this a long-term problem or a short-term problem? Long-term, going to find a mentor. Find somebody who's going to be with me for the long term, focus on long-term issues. Short-term problem, like speaking, get a coach. They're all over out there. And once you get the right training, you too can quickly develop, build, and grow yourself, depending on what. Sometimes it'll take a long time with your career. Sometimes with speaking, it can be very short. If you just follow the instructions your coach gives you. So always remember, mentor for the long term, coach for the short term.